This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. This is it, what? That Chiba lit, what? You got some drink up in your cup and getting bent, what? So put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic.
You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Now, I wasn't going to address this topic, but I got a request for some people that I should address it. And, you know, G5 Jeff TV, we a channel of the people. So, you know, people want to put in a request for a video. You know, we not busy, we going to do it. So, over the past week or so, there's been some talk about Errol Spence being the new face of boxing. He's the new cash cow of boxing. And certain people, like I said, message boards and YouTube videos and things like that are actually saying that Errol Spence is the face of boxing over Canelo Alvarez. That's what's being said. And there's been some ticket sales and numbers thrown out from 2020. And these are the reasons why people feel that Errol Spence is the new face of boxing and the new cash cow when it comes down to the sport of boxing. Let me put this disclaimer out before I get into this topic. I'm an Errol Spence fan inside of the ring. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan inside of the ring. I'm not pro Spence. I'm not pro Canelo. I'm not anti-Spence. I'm not anti-Canelo. This is a simple situation of a comment being made, and I'm going to apply common sense to let you guys know that the comment and the thought is laughable. Anybody that believes that Errol Spence Jr. is the face of boxing and is the cash cow over Canelo Alvarez is laughable. It is laughable. And I'm going to take it further than just 2020 numbers. The fact that ticket sales and things like that are being compared between Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez in the COVID era is crazy, because it's not a true indictment of what's really going on because of the times that we're in. The numbers for Errol Spence, the numbers for Canelo Alvarez during the COVID era are impressive. I don't even understand why we're even comparing their numbers. I'm going to tell you why it's silly to think that Errol Spence is the face of boxing and the cash cow. When you are the face of boxing, you get what you want. By hook or by crook, you get what you want. Now let's look at the two. Errol Spence, his whole career is based off of him not getting what he wanted. He had to jump through hoops to get the Kell Brooks shot. He had to jump through hoops to get the Kell Brooks shot. Then when he got the Kell Brooks shot, he had to go over to Kell Brooks' backyard to go get it. Errol Spence wanted Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was champion. Couldn't get it. Even Floyd Mayweather was calling for Keith Thurman to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence still couldn't get the Keith Thurman fight. When Danny Garcia was the champion, he wanted Danny Garcia. Couldn't get the Danny Garcia fight. Manny Pacquiao was signed to Al Heyman in PBC at one point. Errol Spence wanted Manny Pacquiao. Couldn't get Manny Pacquiao either. Does that sound like somebody that's the face of boxing? Does that sound like somebody that's the cash cow? His whole career, Spence has been getting put on the back burner, not getting what he wants. Those are just a couple of examples. Now, I'm going to take it to more current examples. Errol Spence is calling out Canelo Alvarez. Errol Spence is 147. Canelo is 168. That is a 21-pound difference. He would be skipping the 154 division, the 160 division, and then going up to 168. That's 3 weight classes. If Errol Spence is the face of boxing, if Errol Spence is the cash cow, then why is he calling out the person that is allegedly not the cash cow? Allegedly not the face of boxing. If Errol Spence was the face of boxing, it should be the other way around. Canelo should be calling out Errol Spence, not the other way around. Okay? So that's another example of why this idea is laughable. Then I'm going to cap this off. I'm going to put the nail in the coffin on this one. Errol Spence is not even the best fighter in his division, let alone him being the face of boxing. Like, he's not even the best in his division. He's not the best in his division. And even if you think Errol Spence is the best in his division, he's still not making it happen to fight the other guy that people are saying is the best in the division, and that's Terrence Bud Crawford. So he got Bud Crawford problems. And one more thing before I go. When you are the cash cow, more times than not, your opponents, they have career high paydays. Your opponents have career high paydays because you're the cash cow. Errol Spence fought Sean Porter. They both got $2 million base. That don't sound like cash cow numbers. Now, we all know PBC be paying, more money on the back end and, suitcase money and all that. We all understand that. But what was reported? Errol Spence and Sean Porter both made $2 million on the front end. That don't sound like cash cow money. Period. It don't. Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia. That wasn't no cash cow money. It wasn't. When he fought Mikey Garcia, that wasn't cash cow money. Mikey Garcia has made more money against other people than Errol Spence. Danny Garcia made more money against other people than Errol Spence. Now, Sean Porter, that might have been a career high payday for Sean Porter. I ain't gonna front. That might have been a career high payday for Sean. But, yeah, Mikey Garcia has made more money. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia has made more money. So, to cap this off, Errol Spence does not bring career high paydays for his opponents, which is something that a cash cow does. Errol Spence can't be the face of boxing because he's actually calling out the face of boxing. He's calling out Canelo Alvarez. And then on top of that, you're the face of boxing, but you have problems within your own division. There's another guy at 147 that a lot of people think would beat Errol Spence head to head. These are all reasons why Errol Spence is not the face of boxing. and he's not the cash cow. And this is no knock against Errol Spence, because Errol Spence has never said this. But if you're bringing up ticket numbers in the COVID era, and that's your reason why Errol Spence is the cash cow in the face of boxing now, it's just irresponsible. It's just irresponsible. Canelo Alvarez has been the face of boxing. Canelo Alvarez has been the cash cow for years. And I'll leave you with this fact. When PBC first started, when they first came into boxing, PBC, Al Heyman, officially stepped into boxing. Their business model was to get rid of the pay-per-view model because of Canelo Alvarez. What happened was the Zone came about. They gave Canelo a record deal where they took pay-per-view out of the equation, period, and PBC had to change their whole business model. And they are the ones that started putting fights on pay-per-view, when initially PBC was trying to get rid of the pay-per-view model. That's a fact. But all of that happened because they were trying to phase out Canelo Alvarez. Just this video was for the people that are bringing up 2020 ticket sale numbers and trying to say that Errol Spence is the face of boxing and the cash cow. Is Errol Spence one of the faces of boxing? Yes, he is. In terms of, I would say maybe top 6, top 7, he's one of the faces of boxing. One of the faces of boxing for sure. One of the most talked about guys in the sport. But to say that he's the face of boxing, he's the cash cow of boxing, is just irresponsible. And that's just me being nice about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.